Hello there students and welcome back to this video series. This is your instructor Dhruvi Bhatt and today we would be talking about interpersonal and intercultural communication. What exactly is meant by interpersonal communication? It has a very simple definition. It is just the exchange of information between two or more people. As we already studied in types of communication, if you remember that interpersonal communication is also one of the type of communication. So here, interpersonal communication is just exchange of information, communication as we know it. It is just exchange of information, some ideas between two or more people. How is interpersonal communication important in any organization? Students, not only in our general social life, but also in organizations, interpersonal communication plays a very important role to make sure that the organizations work smoothly, to make sure that all the employees gel together, to make sure that goals of the organizations are achieved, and for many other things. Interpersonal communication plays a very vital role in any organization. So, organizational communication is as important and as necessary as communication in general or social life. Let us see, students, what are different ways in which communication play an important role in an organization, where exactly communication is utilized in an organization. Firstly, students, of course, when you face an interview, to make sure that the correct candidate is selected and to make sure that you are that correct candidate, you must be very good in communication. You must be able to put your thoughts, your ideas into words, into your expressions, so that your employer gets to know your caliber and what you will be to the organization, what difference you can make to the organization. This is only possible by communication. So interviews are a place where you will necessarily need communication. Secondly, you will also need communication during team meetings. The communication can be written or oral. All the employees, when they are working together on the same project, they need to design all the steps of the project. They need to understand the project together. They need to talk with the client. They need to talk with other fellow employees to make sure that the project is properly understood and is properly carried out by everyone in the team. For that to occur, communication is must, and return communication here plays a vital role because everything must be documented. So you must not only be good at oral communication but also return communication. That too is utilized in organization. Thirdly, whenever you are giving out presentations in the company, if you want to introduce some new idea, or also when you have to showcase to the top employees or the top authority whatever you have achieved in the past year, even for the appraisals, if you want to give out a presentation, then communication would be great help. Okay, students, let us check out the importance of interpersonal communication in today's organizations. How is it vital and what problems does it solve? The first thing communication achieves is problem solving. Time and again, companies may face many problems due to different untoward circumstances, different unknown circumstances, right? To solve this problem, communication will be of great help because by communicating, you can go through the problem easily. By getting ideas from all the employees, by understanding the problem easily, by understanding the solution easily, to solve the problem easily, communication is a must. Secondly, for alignment of business goals, students, many of the employees complain that they are not clear about the goal of the organization. They are not able to understand that what exactly they are working towards. As I have already told you in one of my lectures, that when we are inside an organization, we need to work towards the goal of the organization. But if that goal is not clearly fitted in the minds of the employees, then it would be difficult for them to achieve them. To convey this goal clearly, communication is must. Thirdly, to develop trust of employees for their employers, communication is necessary. Employers need to make sure that employees trust them for their well-being, trust them about different policies. Only then they would work upon those policies with enthusiasm. To make sure that trust is established, good communication, correct communication is a must. Okay, one more thing to bring about the change. Change is the spice of life, isn't it? To bring about the change in the organization time and again, to make sure that the organization achieves its goal, changes the policies, changes the ongoings, changes maybe the employees, changes maybe the departments, changes maybe the product itself, to make sure that employees get into this change smoothly and the workings are carried forward as they were before. Something known as change management is done time and again in huge organizations, in multinationals. They actually invest a lot of money to make sure that change is properly managed in the organization. So students, even to make sure that this change is managed, we need communication. One more thing, to strongly establish the company culture, to develop the company culture and to convey this culture outside the organization to maybe the clients, to maybe the suppliers, to maybe the competitors, to different people, to communicate the company culture and to build and develop a strong company culture, employees with very strong ethics, you require good communication. In order to recognize your employees, good communication is must. You will need to recognize your employees time and again to make sure they are motivated towards achieving the goal. So, award ceremony, reward ceremony, these two are part of communication and part and parcel of the organizational ongoings. To make sure that employee recognition program is a success, you require good communication. Also students, the major part communication is important is to make sure that there is no miscommunication. 81% survey says that 81% of the employees think that some of the project or some of the work is not achieved due to miscommunication between the employees. 81%, that's a huge number, right? So to avoid miscommunication, knowing communication is a must. Moreover, for developing personal relationship, you and me are not robots here. We cannot just sit in a room filled with people just like computers or laptops sitting there, not at all communicating with each other or gelling with each other. That would make us machines and that would make our jobs boring. To make sure that a work-life balance is established, to make sure that people can come in to an open environment and share their ideas, share their innovations, share their knowledge, and also share some of the non-formal talks, some of the informal talks with their co-workers, you require good communication. To develop personal relationships inside the organization which are informal in nature, you will require good communication. Moreover, for effective management and leadership, leaders will require a very good communication because they have a task force to manage, to communicate to them what to do, when to do, how to accomplish a task, to manage them, to make sure that no one has any grievances. All these require communication. Also, employee success is highly dependent on communication. For an employee to be successful, he must be very good in communication. You would have seen this in your classrooms too, students, that in a classroom, there are a set of 10 students. All these students are maybe, say, equally intelligent. One of the students communicates more in the classroom with other students, also with the faculty members, that student is consistently learning new things, and that student is prone to get good marks in Viva or any type of examination which is based upon communication. Okay, why so? Because not only your intellect but also how you convey that intellect is important here. Same applies to employee. Not only his work but how he communicates his work is an important part in his success, plays an important part in his success. Okay. Also, to make sure that conflicts in an organization hardly exist, and to manage those conflicts, we would require good communication. We would require a conflict manager who will make sure that employees have less grudges and grievances towards each other. Okay. Also, to develop the career in the correct direction, communication is must. Moreover, remote work. Everyone is now aware of the term remote work. Remote work actually makes communication much more important than before, because here people are widely separated to each other. They are separated by this wall of maybe a video, of maybe internet. So they are not sitting here face to face. Though we are sitting in a video conference, still it is not as easy as face to face communication. Your communication must be very strong here, because it is very easy to miscommunicate when you are working remotely, because you are not sitting there every day. You do not know your other co-workers or other co-employees. You do not understand his or her language. All these things have made communication much more important. Okay, students, even for crisis management, no one knows that when an organization will face crisis. So, to manage these crises, we require that all our employees come together, give out their ideas, and we need to make sure that these crises are solved correctly and perfectly. For that too, communication is required. For example, in COVID pandemic, all the organizations were in crisis. To make sure that the organization is least affected by this crisis, the top managers actually brought together all the employees, asked them about their ideas, what we can do to face such crisis, to avoid such crisis in future, etc. Okay, many companies actually indulged in vaccination drives, so that their employees, once they are vaccinated, they will not fear coming to the company and the work will not suffer. So you need to think about different ideas, and you need to communicate these ideas positively in the minds of your employees in times of crisis. For that too, communication is required. Okay, students. Lastly, to attract investors. What is business without investment? To attract investors, you would require very good communication. You need to convince someone else to shell out their money. This requires a very high degree of communication. You must have very high convincing power, and only good communication gives you that convincing power. That was about importance of interpersonal communication, students. Let us now talk about intercultural communication. With this globalization, remote work, nationalization, huge words, right? With everything coming in, we now know that countries are not as far as they were before. Going out to some another country was a huge deal before. I still remember when I was a kid, one of my cousin was just going for an outing to Australia. Our entire family of, I think, say 25 to 30 people went to see him off at the airport. It was that big a deal in those days. But now it is not at all a big deal. Someone going to Australia is as good as someone going to Bombay or someone going to the city next door. So intercultural communication has become equally important today. With remote work, with employees belonging to different cultures, different races, with no bar towards who will be the part of the organization or which clients will you get from where the clients you will get. When you do not have that barrier now, you need to communicate not only in your language or with your people or within your culture, not only within your ethnic culture, but amongst people having different culture, different ideas. So intercultural communication has become very important. What defines a culture, students, or what are elements of culture? These are the elements of culture. Obviously, the language you speak defines your culture. Religions, beliefs which are different in different countries, and God forbid in India, we are unity in diversity. I don't know about the unity part, but we are a very diverse nation. We are having unity in diversity where we have very diverse cultures within the country itself. I think we do not find that in other countries, but in India we do have that. So, not only talking about intercultural communication for communicating with different countries, if we want to communicate in India itself with different people, we are dealing with different cultures here. Having different religions and beliefs is a part of different cultures. Different values and attitudes, different values, different work ethics are element of culture. Also, politics and law structure of any country will also define their culture. Technology might be different in different countries, might be different at different places. Even if we talk about India itself, for us this video recording is quite an everyday task now, but if I try to convey the same thing to some of the people who are staying in remote areas or in villages of India, they would find it to be a big deal. Okay, are you recording videos? How can you do so? What are these softwares? What is a mobile? What different softwares do you use in your mobile phone or your desktop in order to record a video? That would be a difficult concept or a difficult technology to be understood by the people. So, also different technologies used by people will define their culture. Lastly, the social organization of the people or the social structure inside the country will define their culture. Okay, why, students, is intercultural communication important? First and foremost, it is important. Adidas here is using Virat Kohli for their marketing campaign in India, because in India, cricket too is a religion, divided by actual religions, united by cricket. So, in India, they are using a cricketer for their campaigns, but for the same campaign in some other country, they are using footballer Messi. We have to design different marketing campaigns. We have to understand the culture of a particular country. We have to understand the culture of a particular place. Students, actually, I have seen different advertisements which are designed for different places. Different states also have different advertisements. Different countries have different advertisements. For your worldwide marketing campaign to be a success, you need intercultural communication. To make sure that your international business succeeds, McDonald's is a huge success in all different countries it is in. But for that, it takes high amount of pains. In India, the Big Mac is known as Maharaja. Okay, because students, here they try to connect with the people. Also, if you would have noticed, in each and every McDonald's franchisee, you would be having Indian employees only. They could hire employees from their own country and bring them here for their restaurant business. But they did not do so. They are hiring locals to make sure that the local needs are satisfied. Also, because some of the places of India think of cow as sacred, beef is actually prohibited. Even pork is actually prohibited in some of the McDonald's across the world. So they cater to the localized needs, and to do so, communication is must. To understand the culture and to communicate their own take on the culture, we require intercultural communication. Also, to increase the international business, to gain clients from abroad, to give out business abroad, you will require intercultural communication. Last but not the least, intercultural communication is a must when you have a very diversified workforce. When you have people of different cultures working together in your company. For one person, New Year would be on some other day. For other person, New Year would be on some other day. You need to respect their ethnicity. You need to respect them and give them their holidays accordingly. For that, intercultural communication is required to know what they want and how you will communicate your respect for your employees. Communication is a must. Okay, students, that was all about interpersonal and intercultural communication. Thank you in all different languages. Until next time, bye-bye.